Hello everyone, welcome to another video from Paradigm Shift. Today we're going to be discussing about one of my favorite indicators, Ichimoku, and a signal that it might give on S&P 500 for the first time since 2022. By the way, if you want to learn more about Ichimoku, I'm going to have a video in the YouTube link description. But today, like I just said, we're going to discuss about S&P 500 and why I was not impressed about yesterday's rally, and why for the first time since October 2023, I am bearish on S&P 500. I wanted to say this from the get-go, and I'm going to reinforce the idea that since October 2023, I have been saying that all the dips should be bought. I have been longing the dips. I have everything recorded on Twitter, on my Discord group, etc. So for the people who think that I'm a perma bear or I'm just bearish out of the blue, please go ahead, do your research, check, for any type of history on my Twitter, etc. But besides that, I also want to say that I'm a price action trader. I do not believe in predictions. I do not believe in that mambo jumbo, that you can give some wild fantasy targets. I'm a price action trader. I like to do a top-down analysis from weekly to daily, and after that, I refine my trades on smaller time frames. However, because I respect price and because I think price knows better than everything else, when S&P 500 dropped under 5,300, I said that is the first time when I'm becoming bearish. Even with yesterday's rally, which was overdue in my opinion, and came because we were selling off aggressively, I'm still bearish and under 5,300. And I think right now we are retracing under 5,300. I still think that this was just a mere bounce, and most likely we're going to continue lower. Without further ado, I'm going to show you on a higher time frame what I mean. I'm going to show you how I managed to stay bullish until recently, and why everything changed on my book and in my opinion. So let's get straight to the mustard. And this is what I'm seeing. And like I have been saying a few seconds ago, since 2023, and most likely, more accurately, since we broke above 4,420, after this confirmation on weekly, I became bullish. And all of these retracements, like this one, like this one, like this one, like this one, and even this one, I said that there were good opportunities to long, right? Because we were in a very clear sequence of higher highs and higher lows. The bullish channel, it's very, very obvious. It was very, very obvious. I posted this multiple times. However, because I'm a price action trader and because I respect trading and I respect charting, whenever the price tells me that we have a shift in character of the market, I have to listen to it, because otherwise it would mean that I'm just eating a bag of shit, and I would not be true to myself and also to the people who follow, right? So because of this, I have been saying that under 5,665, under 5,700 area, I'm going to become neutral down to 5,300, 5,282. It's less important, the last numbers of these areas. It's just an area. Let's just say 5,300. And guess what? If you're going to use the replay button, you will see how nicely, for example, this was rejected. And even now, we didn't get a daily close above it, even with, Trump's backpedaling with his tariffs in all countries except China. From all the countries, you pick the biggest stack on the table, because I see that everybody's talking about poker analogies right now. Regardless, just speaking about this, in my opinion, here we had the change of structure, but I like more of a if X then Y type of approach. And I'm not in a rush, maybe because also from the lessons that I paid in the markets in the last 15 years, I'm not in a rush to change very fast when you have these kind of big changes, especially on week. Right? So when we lost 5,700, I said that in this area, so from 5,700 to 5,300, I'm becoming neutral. And in the day when we lost 5,300, actually, I shorted the hell out of it. Yesterday, I was also in some shorts, which some of them got stopped out. Some of them got with trailing stopped, also closed. However, today, once we got again under 5,300, I started shorting. So now, because I want to emphasize that I'm a price action trader and all indicators are secondary to price action. And as you saw, although I was mentioning Ichimoku, I didn't start with Ichimoku, but I want to show you something very, very interesting. Okay. And this is exactly what I want to talk about. And this is the signal I think that it can be very, very important going forward. right? So I'm not going to go in all the details. Like I said, on the YouTube channel of Paradigm Shift, you're going to have a YouTube link where it's going to send you directly to the Ichimoku tutorial. I have a full breakdown, a full explanation there, but very, very fast, I'm going to just give you some details. So for example, whenever we have a change of structure, whenever we have a new trend, you will see that the price, and I know that the chart might look a little bit heavy, but hang on with me here, right? So whenever the price, for example, breaks above the Kumo, this is the name in Japanese for the cloud, and goes above the cloud, we're starting a new bullish trend. And we also have other elements. For example, the price has to be above the Kumo, the price has to be above the conversion line, above the baseline, and very important also the lagging span to be above the Kumo and to be above the price. And we had that all of this until recently. And as you can see, we were all above the Kumo or above the green cloud since 2023. However, very recently, all of that changed. And it was for the first time when on weekly, we have something very, very important. As you can see, the last time when the price pierced the Kumo, the cloud, from above to the downside was in May 2022. I know that the markets, don't repeat, but they often rhyme, right? Or history. And it would be very, very interesting if the same would happen in May, right? So we're going to have another confirmation of it in May. And now I'm going to bring something from the Ichimoku tutorial, and I'm going to bring some details or some elements that confirm a downtrend. And I'm going to read them to you very, very fast. So for example, for a downtrend to be confirmed, we need 4 elements. The price to be under the Kumo, and under the conversion line, and under the baseline. Right now, the price is not under the Kumo, but for the first time, as you can see, going back since here, the price is piercing to the downside. And from thick and green, as you can see, the Kumo is turning thin and red. So this is an indication that we have a change in the structure, in the character of the market. So from Kumo to be thick and red. It's not thick and red, but like I just said, from thick and green, we're going to thin and red. The conversion line, so the red line, to be under the baseline and to be under the Kumo. We don't have that yet, but we are already started to print those conditions. And the lagging span to be under the Kumo was far from the price. That's why I said, even in the previous posts, that I need more confirmation. And most likely that confirmation, we're going to get it in the next few weeks. And I'm going to say that it's going to take a miracle for this kind of patterns to reverse. So all in all, what I want to say is that I have no idea where the price is going to go next. I don't want to do predictions, but I'm just bringing it out that this is going to be for the first time since 2022 in May, when this indicator is blinking towards the bearish side, right? So once the price on weekly is going to fall under the Kumo, and the Kumo or the cloud is going to turn red, and we're going to have the conversion line and also the baseline and also the lagging span piercing the Kumo to the downside, that's going to be full bearish, and it's going to take some time until the price is going to recover. Because to be honest, look how much time it stayed above the Kumo. So it stayed for 686 days or even more until now, 690 days. So whenever the markets shift from a huge bullish trend towards a new bearish trend, you know that I made this analogy before with the muscles, right? When the muscle is breaking, it takes some time for the muscle to repair. The same type of conditions here. If this is gonna confirm to the downside, and we will have all those 4 elements being confirmed to the downside, most likely we're gonna start a new bearish trend that's gonna take some time to unfold. It's gonna take some time to develop, and it's gonna take some time until we're gonna recover. Now, I just want to say it lastly, we don't have the full confirmation, but in no way in hell I'll look to, for example, buy the dip, like I saw some people yesterday. I was not one of those people. I didn't long the dip. I got stopped out on some of my trades with minus. I got trail stop on some of my previous trades with profit. But all in all, I just want to raise a potential, signal or a potential alarm bell that we are not in the same type of buy the dip mode, and I flipped and sell the rip. Okay. About other fundamental indicators or about other types of or other types of things that I'm seeing in the market, we're going to maybe talk in other videos, or about Bitcoin, etc. Today, I just want to focus, and I wanted to focus on S&P 500, how it changed the market structure on weekly from bullish to bearish, and also on this Ichimoku signal that most likely in the upcoming 2 to 3 weeks, is going to confirm to the downside. It's still potential because we don't have all the 4 elements, but I would be very, very careful in buying the dip very aggressively or longing some stocks right now until we're not going to have the same type of scenario like right here, where the price is going to pierce back above the Kumo on weekly, and also the conversion line and the baseline are going to confirm the bullish scenarios. I would be very careful. And until then, like I said, and like I have been doing since last week, I'm going to short all the rips after rejections. So with that being said, I hope you enjoyed this video. And if you find this type of content likable, don't forget to subscribe, like, and see you on the next one.